You say higher income spending growth is outpacing lower income. It seems like that's what you'd expect in normal times. So to what degree is that unusual?
It's a little unusual just because it's a little bit new. We see this in our data where we started to see this bifurcation. I know you've heard about the K-shaped economy, but what we hadn't seen in our own data was really that emergence over the last few years until recently. And I think that has to do with what you're seeing in kind of the dynamic between the labor market and the stock market. So on the one hand, you have a very strong wealth effect that obviously accrues to higher income households. On the other hand, you have job growth slowing, and that may just accrue more towards, say, lower income households. So you're seeing this dynamic. It's not that lower income households aren't spending, aren't seeing increased spending. It's just that the rate of change is a lot more for higher income households.
Then how do you think spending is so okay? Because there are a lot more, by definition, lower income households than higher income households.
Well, it boils down to kind of spending shares, and a lot of the spending in terms of just overall composition is concentrated among those higher income households. It's something like 40% in the top 20%. There's different statistics there, but ballpark around there. So a lot of the spending that we see on a day-to-day basis is really concentrated in those high-income households.
So when you say the consumer is doing fine, is that an aggregate sense of consumers are doing fine, or is it more that the higher-end consumer is making up for any malaise or hesitancy among the mainstream?
So it's a little bit of both. I mean, overall, I would say the consumer's fine. Balance sheet's healthy. The unemployment rate's at 4.3%. Again, we're not shedding jobs, and really what you see is that unless you see job losses accrue, you don't really see consumption slow down in aggregate. But then there is a difference in terms of how well the consumers are doing based on income brackets, and obviously higher income households seem to be faring a little bit better in this current environment than lower income households. But again, they're all spending. It's just about the rate at which they're spending right now.